If I asked you your own definition of creativity, what would you say? How would you describe creativity? What would be your definition that differs from other people? Better yet, if I showed you, how would you present creativity? What would you do? How would you show your creativity to the world? There are 7 billion people in this world, and many people fail to even answer that question or even know the answer to that question. With that being said, everyone has their own form of creativity, but what matters is how do they present creativity? How do they show their own creativity without society affecting it? How do they pursue and develop their ideas of creativity? Creativity is one's way of thinking, one's imaginative, and one's thinking process. And creativity is mainly affected in ways of society where we're forced to think a certain way, or we're forced to do things a certain way, and we end up losing our own creativity and our own way of thinking of something. One of the main factors that's affecting creativity is social media. And social media has become a part of our daily lives. And with that being said, social media has taken over many ways of how we use our creativity. Everyone has social media or a form of technology in their lives. If it's either at school, on a bus, at work, in the car, we're all listening and tuning in to what the world has to offer or say to us. And sometimes some people, we become so consumed in we become so consumed in social media where we lack what we have within our ideas and within our thoughts within, or what we're made with, what we're created with. And with social media, it has molded us to think in a certain way, or to thinking that we should look a certain way, or thinking that we should dress a certain way, or our body shapes, or our hairstyles, our makeup, our everything. Social media has molded us into losing our originality. And with that being said, social media has taken away our ideas, our perspectives of life, and maybe our concentration on life. And what do we do to stop social media from taking over our lives and stealing our creativity? With that being said, social media has a way of controlling you and not knowing how one could be affected by it. And social media just really has to be balanced in one's life, meaning it has to be a time where you're on social media and you're not. And we yet to challenge ourselves, how much more could we accomplish in life without it? Meaning, for example, myself, I deleted my social apps for 2 weeks straight. I forced myself to go without Twitter, Instagram, the news, anything that was internet based unless it was needed, but nothing that dealt with the society or the world around us. No TV, no nothing. And with that being said, I felt as if I got stronger, I'm more knowledgeable, I gained a lot of knowledge, and I became a smarter person because I got to know the world for itself. And many of us, we don't know sometimes what's out there in the world, are experiencing, like going to different events, networking, meeting new people, because we do that on social networks. And not to say social media is not a good platform, because many people use social media for businesses, and they use it to promote and to sell their businesses. They use it to educate, inform, and it's not a bad thing, but it's affected us as a whole, and we've lost our way of thinking and creativity. So with that being said, take a fast from social media. Take a 2-week fast and see how far your mind goes, and see how far you think without it. See how far you're able to gather information and store information, and to just experience your creativity and to experience life for itself without social media. Take a time, write out schedules, write out goals, write out aspirations, write out a bucket list. See the things that you can do without social media and see how that affects you in a way. Thank you.